Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of UWE Rewind. Yes, guys, don't change the channel. This is not Around the Ropes podcast. That aired last night. This is UWE Rewind, a new program that's going to be started on the new ATR network. You know who I am. I'm the host, creator, whatever you want to call it. The gentleman joining me today, he is the owner, controller, however you want to put it, of UWE Entertainment, Upstate Wrestling Entertainment, the one, the LA Craig Palmer. Craig, how you doing tonight?
Thank you. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm ecstatic that this actually came to fruition.
Yep, very first episode. I'm excited.
So now that you've gotten to see the episode, how do you think it went overall?
I think it went well overall. Like it.
No, go ahead.
No, it went pretty good. Like I loved the way everything transitioned into the episode, the edit and everything was really, really good.
I'll say the first thing I'll say, and I'm only saying this because she happened to be on screen quite a bit in the episode. Billy, backstage interviewer.
Yeah. Actually, she just messaged me a little while ago since she saw the episode. She goes, "Oh, thank you." She goes, "You made me look like $1 million."
She really
I look great or whatever. So she's like, "Thank you for the opportunity." I was like, "Not a problem." I was like, "Thank you for reaching out and wanting to be a part of our very first show."
I said this to her earlier today. I saw her facial expressions when in the backstage promo with Coffin and then the backstage promo with Bobby Bates.
Yeah.
Her facial expression sold it perfect.
Oh, yeah. It was perfect. Yeah.
It was almost like, and mind you, she's like me. She's just a fan. But it was like and I know the one thing, wrestling that we always talk about in pro wrestling is selling. And that your eyes help sell quite a bit.
Right. Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you can see her, and folks, what I'm referring to is the opening match for Coffin taking on Kris Jackson for the Wrestle Fandom title.
Right.
And they did the intro for Kris Jackson, and then you cut to a backstage promo with Coffin and Billy, and you can see in her face how uncomfortable she looked.
Oh, yeah. Like she did it like perfect, like spot on.
But she really sold it. And then, so we had that. How do you think that match, in your opinion, watching it? Obviously, you and I were both there live, but how did you feel about that match with Coffin and Kris Jackson?
I feel it went well. I mean, there was some talking in the back or whatever the case, like how they were talking, but I think it went pretty good overall.
Oh, no, I completely agree. Then we went to another backstage promo with the one and only Utica's bastard child, Bobby Bates.
Oh, yes. I love that man.
It's funny because when you see him not in character, he is down to earth.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah.
When he's in character,
he's like a big baby when he's like not in character. Mm.
Yeah, you don't want to piss him off, I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah, when he's in character, like don't make him angry at all.
But he basically put the entire locker room on notice.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
yeah, people that don't know, last July he unfortunately got injured, tore his ACL. And I guess from what I'm hearing, like his rehab is like really, really good. He's coming along, so hopefully within the next few months he should be back at it.
Yeah, exactly. And sorry, I just wanted to pull up here. We do have some comments coming in actually, and actually, this is one of the guys I was going to get to in a second here. One half of the Stompers is watching us tonight, and he even said that the episode was a banger.
Oh yeah, I've had nothing but positive feedback from the episode. Everybody that's watched the episode, nothing but positive feedback about it. Yeah, I couldn't be any more happier.
That actually, I want to get into that. The Stompers, I will say this right now, are the two of them, Frankie and Scott.
Yep.
Are comedy gold together.
Oh, sure. Like Frankie, his character is like his character work is spot on.
And I
It
love
really
how
is. I haven't really told him that, but like in all seriousness, he plays the character to a T.
yeah, I was gonna say that because the one thing I noticed is he turned around and he's backstage, he's sitting there with Billy, and
Right.
he's like so oblivious to what's going on.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
It's the funniest thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually just said thank you for the kind compliments.
Oh, you're welcome. Get your ass back to class.
But no, it's definitely. So then we got that, and I'm trying to think of the next match we had.
Was
We had the Stompers, who it was supposed to be a tag match.
Yeah, it was supposed to be the Stompers against Vaga 3000 and Red. For some odd reason, Red's like, screw this. This is not what I want. So it ended up being a handicap match.
But let me ask you this though: do you think that's that with how that played out? Because I know one of the things I noticed is there's gonna be a lot of storylines being played out.
Yeah, that'll play out in other episodes and stuff like that. But like we still got to jump on the next set of tapings, which maybe will be done maybe in like the next week or two before to get everything all set up for what we're doing next.
Could this become a storyline where Red is put with different people that it just doesn't work out, and it's almost like he plays it off as, oh, I don't want to show up type of deal?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, then we had that.
Yep.
I know the last match was ZWU versus Fox Video, but I think there was a match in between. I'm trying to break down the match.
It was Dante and AK-47.
What did you think of that match?
That was a really good match. I was excited for AK. Like I don't know the kid. I had some people like out of nowhere. Hey, I'm see you're doing shows. I'd love to be a part of your taping. He sent me some stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. And we brought him up, and the kid put on a hell of a match.
Yeah, he definitely did. And I thought, honestly, it was my match of the night to me.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I totally 100% agree with that.
Because both of them, and the one thing I'm very big in, Craig, is telling a story.
Oh, sure. They absolutely told a story in that match.
Because to me, if you have a story being told, then I'm going to be emotionally invested.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where and I don't want to start pointing out companies or anything, but I do this on the Round the Ropes podcast. I always look at AEW as the example.
Right.
AEW turns around and goes, okay, we're going to put Moxley against so-and-so. What's the reason behind it? There's no reason. We're just going to do it just for the hell of it.
Yeah, see, I like to have like reasoning behind the matches. Okay, there's got to be a reason, this, and that. Sure, it was our first set of tapings, so we didn't really start off with like, oh, this is going to go like this. We just are in the process. Like, it took a couple of weeks, but we just had the first episode debut. So, like, we're still doing the whole thing with that, and they're going to air probably not weekly, but like when they get done. So, like, everything is a process. It's all going to take time. It'll all fall into place. And, eventually I would like them to be like weekly episodes, but I'm not the editor, so it's not up to me. It's who has to go through and edit it, has the time to do all that stuff. And from what I understand, like I've never done it before, but from what I understand, it's very tedious work.
Oh,
editing is a very big process.
I could imagine. We do got some comments coming in here that I just want to go through quickly.
Let's bring them on and see what we got.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because we also air this in the Round the Ropes group page on Facebook, it doesn't come up with the person's name, so I actually have it over here.
Oh, okay.
Mark, who's a listener of ours on the regular show, says, "Hey, John, good to see you, buddy." Mark, it's great to see you as well. See you on Saturday. We have another fan who goes, "Wish I could have been in the United States to see this show. Can I know where to view it online anywhere?" Actually, David, and I know this is David, Craig, he lives
Okay.
actually in the UK.
Yeah.
David, if you go to YouTube, and we'll plug all that stuff at the end. Yeah. You go to YouTube and you type, or David,
or what you do to make it easier, go to the UWE page on Facebook. Just type in Upstate Wrestling Entertainment. Our colors are black and green, so it's noticeable. And then there's a YouTube. You scroll down our information, you'll see the link for our YouTube page. Click on that, or just go on the UWE page itself, and the video is actually on the page itself. But it'll bring you to YouTube.
Yeah, you can
it's right on our business page, Dave. That's all you gotta do is just go to UW. Oh shoot, hey, there it is. Click, boom, there you go. You can watch it.
And then we got a few more comments. Anthony chimes in and goes, AK is great.
Yeah, phenomenal talent. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna be able to get him back till I think he said like April or May.
Oof.
Because he's booked for other shows when we're doing our taping. So.
And Billy chimes in and going, hey guys, AK was an awesome dude. Yeah, he was. One thing I'll say with AK, he was very down to earth.
Oh, absolutely. He sure was. Yep.
I was talking to him for a lot in between the tape-ins, and he was really but a lot of them were very down to earth.
Yeah, I was like, you saw me. I was back and forth all night, talking to the talent, this and that, and try to get other things done. So it was a busy night for myself as well.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to get your take on it. Then obviously the main event, we saw ZWU with Bin Hameen, and I'll say this right now. It doesn't matter if Bin Hameen is in an Immortal ring or a UWE ring. He gets the crowd booing, even though, mind you, there was 5 of us be in the crowd that night.
Yeah, he still managed to get a reaction.
Yeah. And so, like I said, ZWU took on Fox Vineyard, not Vineyard, as I accidentally texted that to somebody once.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, no, because what happened was when you do voice to text through the car.
Oh, yeah, so it'll put up different words or whatever, stuff like that.
The car will pick it up as Vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God the person who I texted it to knew who I was talking about.
Right.
But so we had that. So ZWU, he had a very strong out, and I'll say this much.
Oh, sure, yeah, yep.
And honestly, I could easily see him going after that Wrestle Fandom title.
Right. Oh, definitely. Yep.
I could definitely, because of the fact that he has been basically behind him.
Right. Oh, yeah, Sky's the Limit would have been behind him. Yep.
Oh, yeah. You got Ben behind you.
You got Ben and Blaze behind you. You're going to the top.
Yeah, without it. I mean, I have a feeling of that, and we'll get into, the future stuff with UWE in a second.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling at some point down the road, there's going to be a world heavyweight title.
Oh, yes. The belt's already in existence. I got it made late last year. So it's already there. It's just a matter of getting our audience used to the talent we have.
Yeah, and that's gonna take a couple of weeks.
Yeah, then over time, maybe it would. I don't think we're doing the next set of tapings, but the tapings in March, I think, is when we're going to start actually doing tournaments, a tournament for the UWE championship.
And I think ZWU is definitely, to me, an early candidate for that belt.
Oh, sure. He's put in a ton of work at the school, character development, everything. Yeah, he's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt.
Well, isn't he? I don't remember which one of the guys from UWE told me this, but he's been there now for at least 4 or 5 years now, if I remember correctly.
I've only been in existence for 3.
So he's one of the originals then.
Yeah, ZWU is one of the originals. He's been there for probably maybe a month after I opened the school in 2020.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He's had breaks in between, but he's basically the longest tenured student I have. And over the course of 3 years, over the course of 3 years, he's busted his ass and has put in the work.
Oh yeah, and he definitely, when and if he ever gets a chance to go after that title, he definitely earned it. Let me put it that way.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Without a shadow of a doubt. Yep. Agreed. Yeah.
So what did you think? And the funny part was, I remember, and I watched it, like I said, I watched it twice now. And every time they had...
I've watched it about 1.5 times so far.
Well, I was just curious to see if the camera picked me up where I was standing, and it seemed like every time when the camera was on the left side of the ring,
Yeah.
I was always right there in the back.
Yep. Yeah. You can see like the guys in the back watching a little bit, like off to the area, like the sound area we had and stuff like that. So
it was definitely, like
I think we're in like early discussions now, but I think we're gonna go like a different route for February's tapings as it relates to the guys being there. We might have them around the ring or whatever the case. We have some things in the work that we have to obviously get going and hash out. But I think we're gonna do as it relates to like them being in the crowd. It's gonna be different come next month.
Okay. Hey, well, like I said, whatever you guys decide, damn well I'll be completely in favor of it.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
But, so what did you think of the ring announcing?
Oh, Joe was good. Yeah. I mean, obviously, first night on the job, it is what it is. Joe's a good dude. Joe's a good dude. I love him. He's a good dude, but that's why we edit what we edit. So he looked like $1 million.
Well, I was going to say, at some point, not saying now, but at some point, is there going to be like a blooper reel coming out?
Oh, I sure hope so. I'll talk to the people that like edit it, because I would love to have like a blooper reel. I mean, obviously you saw I put out the behind the scenes photos. Shout out to Jason, great job with the photos, awesome. But yeah, I would love it like some point to be like, oh, we need that footage of like where like he messed up or whatever, just for that, because you don't get to see that aspect,
No, and it's actually funny you mentioned.
You don't get to see that side. Like, sure, you'll buy like a movie on DVD. Okay, it can be a series or a comedy. Some come with bloopers, some don't. You don't see that in wrestling. You don't be like, oh, hey, we shot whatever, and okay, here's the funny parts that happened or whatever. Like you don't see that.
That's one way to put it. You mentioned before about the backstage photos, and I actually happen to have some of them right now. I would have had them pull up on the computer, but I didn't get a chance. That's
I was looking over at you having a conversation, and Jason's just like, click.
Well, the funny thing is, I looked at that photo at first, and I'm like, who the hell is Craig talking to? I'm like, oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I remember I saw you posted it. You're like, wait a minute. I was like, let's try to figure out who that was in the photo. Yep, it's you and me.
Then of course, we had this.
Oh, I'm so glad Jason got those shots in.
Then
everybody had fun with Keenan's birthday, so
yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, then we have but yeah, if you go, and then of course there's
the
show where I get asked to help write down the card.
Yeah, exactly. You're getting out like, let's see, everybody had a hand in the show. But one thing I could take away from the show is no one was sour about it. Like everybody was like genuinely happy the way that we taped the episodes. Like Dante, for example. Oh, I had so much fun. Like he came up to me afterwards, like, oh, I had so much fun tonight. I haven't had this much fun in years. And that's what it's all about. You don't want grumpy talent or whatever, this and that. You want to have fun. And that's what I provide.
Yeah.
We all granted, it was our first go around at, doing this, but everybody had fun.
That's all that matters in the long run.
Exactly. Like everybody's had positive feedback about, oh, I enjoy, my time being there. I had fun doing this, doing that. It was great. Dante was joking around. I was like, oh, we actually had food. Like some places they go to, I don't know, I guess some shows that he goes to, they don't have food. I was like, no, we're not doing that. I was like, we're having the whole catering deal. Shout out to my girlfriend who did it. Thank you. Spent 5 hours. She literally spent 5 hours before we drove off there to make all that food.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
At the show, the taping in February, if there's gonna be catering, maybe I'll have some. I didn't have any.
Oh, you're the only one that didn't have any?
Well, no. What happened was, remember, I showed up late. Well, not lately, but.
Yeah, but it was there the whole entire night. She was joking. They were like, oh, yeah, we're going to take home leftovers and have dinner. By the time the show was done, there was nothing left.
Yeah, no,
meatballs were gone. There was a spoonful and a half of ziti left over. All the chips, gone. All the candy bars, gone. I was like, shit, we don't have any leftovers.
Oh, yeah, of course. But here's the big thing also. There was bottled water.
Yeah, exactly. There goes Anthony. Bottled water. Yes, I provide water. You guys already know that because you get water. You get water during class.
But it was definitely, because if you remember, because I think I had the farthest commute that day.
Oh yeah, you're coming freaking 5 hours.
Yeah, but honestly, it was all worth it.
Right. I know. I think like Fox, Billy, and Taylor were all out east, but they're not as far as you are. They're like Albany area, so that's maybe a little over an hour and a half, give or take, somewhere around that time. Because where I live, I'm maybe about an hour and 10 minutes away from Albany, so it's maybe almost 2 hours, like an hour and 45 to 2 hour drive they had. You literally had like the longest commute of everybody.
Yes. Hold on. Wait, why are we getting the feedback now? That's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But we have another comment coming in here from. I'm just gonna go through the rest of them.
Oh, sure.
Shout out to Mrs. Christ Palmer. Billy said the food was delicious. Your lady was the best.
Thank you.
But it was.
There'll be more next month. We already have the menu set up for next month.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yep.
But you looked at, you look at how everything laid out. How do you see the future episodes kind of laying out, coming off of what we just saw in the first episode?
I see them coming out really good. I think we got a future ahead of us. The way we're doing, like you said, we're like starting off with storylines and getting our audience used to the talent we have. I mean, sure, they've been in Immortal and other people have been other places, so they're kind of familiar. And like, some of the guys were, students of the school, and other people were like, oh, hey, I want to be a part of this. I'll drive up here and do this and do that. So I think it's a really good group that we had. We all got along, and obviously, Fox had a good time. He's doing our very first ever seminar at the next set of tapings on the 24th. So I think it's gonna go well. All the episodes are gonna go well.
Yeah. For some reason that people are saying my audio is messed up here. Give me 1 second, guys, because
your audio's fine. I'm looking at my laptop, and we're like, like a 7 second. We're like on like a delay, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because what's funny is we didn't have the delay to open.
Yeah, no, we didn't. Now, out of nowhere, it just started being like a little bit delayed. So, like, bear with us here, people.
Yeah, we're trying to test out all the kinks here.
Exactly. Got to hash everything out. So,
I'm gonna try something different here because I got an idea here. Because give me 1 second. Yes, folks, this is live, but as you know, live.
Anything happens when we're live, people.
Exactly.
One of my students actually just finished a new logo for UWE Ultimate since we don't have a logo, and he messaged me while we were starting it. So
nice.
I'm going to share it to the business page.
So while you do that, I'm actually going to try to.
I'm not really tech savvy, so if you can like pull it or whatever and like show it, I'm gonna.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds because what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to sign off here for a second, but you can keep talking about stuff with UWE, and then I'm going to try to sign back in.
Okay.
So we'll try it that way.
Sounds good to me.
So we'll do that because that's the only option we have. Again, folks, give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
A couple seconds. Bear with us. We're live. No redos. It's live. That's all you can do.
That's a nice way to put it.
It's true. When it's live, you got to just go with the flow.
Right now, you got an echo. But this was how do I have? I don't have my microphone.
A megaphone? What?
Hold on. I'm gonna try that idea. I'm gonna sign off. Craig, just keep talking about stuff with UWE, and then I'll try to hop back in.
Sounds good. I'm about to put the new logo up now. So.
All right. So let me see something here.
Bear with me here, people. I'm doing two things at once. Oh, hey, look, now it's just me. Yep, it's live. Anything can happen. So John's going to sign out, sign back on. In the meantime, you're going to get me, and I'm going to talk about wrestling. So it's live. Things happen. People are saying the audio was messed up or whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yes, if you're a new person watching this, UWE is a great place to learn. It's in a night in New York. It's a great place. We just had our first set of TV tapings. Everybody loved it, which makes me very happy because, I get nothing but positive feedback. So,
all right.
There we go. Now we got John back. There we go. I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll figure the kinks out with this as we go.
Yeah.
Because what's weird is we do the regular show during the week on Tuesday nights, and I never have the issue with the microphone setup.
Right. But no, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. So.
Let me see something here. Again, guys, bear with us for 1 second. All right. Is there still an echo?
I don't know what that was.
All right. This is weird.
Well, I can hear you, so.
All right. Well, we'll just have to go with what it is.
Yeah.
Because we'll figure this out. Or we'll figure this out after.
Right.
But let me pull up you said that you put up the new logo?
Yeah, for the show. Yeah, one of my students just created. Shout out to Vinny. Great job.
I actually have it right here.
What do you think of that? That looks sharp. I like it. Yeah, that's good.
That's really good.
That's really good, yeah. He actually just came back last night to training after being gone for a while, and he forgot to tell me last night. He's like, hey, it's I do screen printing and do this, and that. He goes, do you have a logo for the show? I'm like, not really. Okay, let me get my buddy. We'll make you one. And this is what he literally just sent me probably about 10 minutes after we went on air. Yeah, he literally just sent it to me as we're probably 15, 20, 10 to 20 minutes after we went live.
Oh, jeez,
and that looks great. I love that. That looks great.
But I want to do it. All right, let me try it. No, I still okay. All right, we'll just have to live with it.
Oh, like I said, I can hear you just fine. So.
Yeah, as long as you can hear me. And I get the fact there's the echo, but folks, unfortunately, technology doesn't like to work for me half the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But overall, I'm not even overall. Like I said, it was an honor to be up there. I know it took me a day and a half to get up there, it felt like.
Right.
Because literally, once I got to the throughway, it was pretty much, I was just on it forever and ever and ever.
Right.
And just to have the experience of being
sure.
and really seeing how everything played out.
It's all about the miles. Trust me, I've been out of state to wrestling shows.
And it's
fun. It's a great experience.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But wait, hold on. Oh, I think it's you.
It's not me. I have nothing on.
Craig, your auto is up too high. That's why John's voice is echoing.
Turn down my volume maybe a little bit.
Maybe.
Because I literally, I'm not even on my laptop now, so it's just me on the phone. Oh, Dante. Hey, what's up, Dante? Your audio's up too high. I don't know. I just turned it down a little. Let me see my mic.
Let's see if this works.
Let's go back out of there. Okay.
Actually, wait a second. I don't hear it. Oh, no. I hear it a little bit.
Anything more? I keep turning the volume down, so maybe, hopefully, I'm not deaf and nobody hears me.
Oh, no, I can still hear you.
I went off my laptop, so I don't know. Maybe that was what the problem was. I'm not sure.
Like I said, folks, we have to figure all this stuff out.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because I'm on nothing other than my phone. That's it. I have nothing else open on the phone.
Oh, supposedly it worked.
Are you also watching the show? No, I'm not watching the show anymore. I was watching it on the laptop, but I didn't have the sound on.
Okay, yeah. Dante was saying he has the same problem.
I have the same problem when I play video games with my friends. Huh. I don't know, but I'm not watching anything on my laptop. I'm just strictly on my phone. Hopefully it's better for you guys.
We'll work out the kinks of this.
Yeah.
I mean, folks, I look at it this way. This is the first episode we're doing.
Exactly. And we're live too, so.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. Not well if we taped it and then edit it and all that stuff like we did with Ultimate.
Who knows? But the fact of being a part of it,
right,
was an honor for me.
I appreciate it. Yeah, everybody was like so happy to be a part of it, and everybody else, and I was glad that everybody came up and wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, even though it was freezing freaking cold out there.
Yeah, well, welcome to upstate New York.
Craig, I've been upstate New York plenty of times now.
Yeah, that is true. So it's always colder up here than it is down towards the city. I want to say, I think I want to say maybe a 10 to 20 degree temperature difference, maybe, if I want to say, give or take, between like downstate and upstate, if not more, depending on the time of the year.
But it was nice. I mean, there's a story that happened afterwards that I will not get into.
Yeah, I was so worried because I was watching the weather like for like the 2 weeks and it kept saying, oh, there's a winter storm coming, and there wasn't a winter storm coming. They were supposed to get hit with this. I'm like, not my first ever show. Like, come on, like, don't do this to me. And then it turned out to be, oh, it's coming in Friday night into Saturday. I'm like, oh, perfect.
Anthony actually has an interesting question. That was actually a question. When does the next episode drop?
I'm not the editor, Anthony. I can't tell you.
There you go. There's your answer.
I would love to do it weekly, but unfortunately, I'm not the one editing the shows. This first one just took about 2 weeks to do, so I won't have a time frame for you guys until I get close, until it gets closer to where it gets edited and start getting put together. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll just say that, like, not a guarantee, maybe within the next couple of weeks.
Well, hopefully we can have, hopefully all 3 episodes. Well, the other 2 episodes that were taped could be up before the next set of tapings.
I'm hoping so. That would be nice. We got the first one up, so that's good.
Yeah. It's a huge thing off your back.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, oh, I can't wait for this first episode, and like, when's it finally going to drop or whatever. And then, the guy that was editing, unfortunately, became ill and was under the weather, so he couldn't really do anything with it. So he got back into it. I got it. Was it Monday night? I think I got it. Yeah. And then I dropped it. Yeah, I got it Monday night, like probably like partway during Raw. I got it. So I was literally watching that and watching Raw on my TV at the same time. Watching my show and watching another wrestling show at the same exact time. So I was like, I'm not gonna like not watch this. Like, I gotta watch this to see how it looks.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Watched it from beginning to end. I'm like, that came out really, really good.
It was. Then we had that ending thing that myself and Wrestle Fandom put together.
Right.
Which that was fun, I have to admit.
Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't put it in the video. If you know what John's talking about, check out each of their podcast groups on Facebook. We had fun doing that.
And Around the Ropes.
Round the Ropes and Wrestle Fandom simultaneously, side by side. Who knew?
Ended up being a big schmoz. Ben Hamid went after Garrett. You know, it was a whole schmoz.
Yeah, Ben just goes after everybody.
Well, I'm just happy Ben didn't go after me.
Yeah, exactly. Or he didn't come after me either. So that was good. He went after Garrett, so he didn't go after me.
I kind of stood myself in the corner. I'm like, I'm just gonna video this.
I know. I think I got a couple punches in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna back off and maybe try to break this up as best I can.
I got to talk to Garrett about trying to do something like that for future tapings.
Yeah.
Or somehow have it get incorporated into the actual episode itself.
Yeah, we can figure stuff out for the 24th.
Yeah. But it was.
I don't know. I would just say like get a hold of him or whatever the case may be, and figure out what you guys want to do, and then like we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'll talk to Garrett beforehand.
Yeah.
But Craig, I want to ask you one last question before we wrap this up for tonight.
Sure.
Who do you think? It doesn't matter who it is, either in ring or behind the scenes. Who would you say was the MVP of the first set of tapings?
Me? No, I'm kidding. Me, because it was my first show.
You can put yourself over.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm breaking the fourth wall here. The owner's putting himself over. No, actually, I'm kidding. No, the MVP. That's a good question. I would probably have to say, I don't know. Because there's probably quite a few MVPs. Because obviously, for those of you who are unaware, we did multiple episodes, so a lot of the guys wrestled multiple times. I would probably say everybody that wrestled multiple times, because there were breaks in between episodes, but the wrestle 2, maybe 3 times in one night. Like we see it on television sometimes, but it's a rarity. It happens. But kudos to everybody that wrestled more than once, which was just pretty close to everybody that was there.
Yeah. And
so I'd say the MVP were everybody that, including yourself, everybody that came up, made the drive, did the dedication, wanted to be a part of it, helped out, whether it was, oh, hey, we should do this, or let's do this, whatever, all that stuff. And, I think personally, I don't think there was one MVP. I think it was a team effort.
Oh, Anthony said the MVP was Matt.
Matt? Oh, because he wrestled in 2 different characters.
Yeah.
But I would say personally, it was everybody. It was a group effort. We all put our heads together. Oh, this is what we want to do here. This is what we want to do. And I honestly couldn't have been more happy with all my guys and all the talent that came up, came from out of the area that messaged me on the business page. Hey, I know you're doing shows or whatever. Can I be a part of it? This and that. It was just like the amount of feedback I got with, oh, hey, you're doing this, doing that, or whatever. I want to be a part of it was great. We got some other stuff, planned for next month with other companies, and other stuff for like the school wise or whatever. I'm not going to announce here, but because it's not what it's for. Just know we have like things are starting to finally happen. So we'll just say that.
Hey, it's going to be big things on the horizon.
Yes, absolutely. I've been doing this now 3 years. I never knew I was going to start it in the middle of a pandemic, but I had a funny feeling. I was like, damn it, 2024 is going to be it. It's going to be the year we start doing stuff. And it started obviously with our first set of, tapings.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
obviously I will say that the goal right now is, I've been asked this a million times from like just fans that like the page asking me. And right now the goal is obviously to put a great product out for you guys to watch and enjoy. And also maybe before this year is over, to have fans inside school for the shows. That is the goal, to get people in there to actually watch what we do. I've been asked it a million times. Do you do shows? Or just obviously before we started doing the tapings, I had to tell everybody, no, I'm just strictly a training facility. Like when I first started doing this in 2020, I had probably over a dozen people. Oh, hey, do you do shows? I want to come watch. No, I'm a school. But now we're making the transition to being a school and also doing shows. I was asked one question by one of the other trainers that I have at the school. He goes, "How do you want to be different?" I said, "Well, I want to home grow my own talent. But obviously, I still need the outside talent around here to, help out or whatever stuff. But that's how I wanted to be different. I was like, I want to start out as a school, home grow my own talent, then transition. We'll still do the school, but then transition to doing our own shows with our talent."
So my other thing, I guess I was going to ask then, is I know you said by the end of the year you're figuring to have fans in the building.
Yes.
I'm assuming then one of the goals going into next year is to do actual shows.
I would say, yeah, maybe by next year. Yeah. Right now we're just like focusing on like getting fans into school, doing small shows there for right now. Obviously, if we get an outpouring of, hey, because obviously yourself has been there, the school is very small. We're not going to fit 200. We're not going to fit 200 people in this, at the school for the show. I just got the okay at 50 at best. So, but yes, there will be opportunity if it presents itself. I do have a couple ideas of where I want to go and do shows. I think it's going to be really exciting because it hasn't been done in this area, and I'll have to talk and find out. But that's all I'm going to say right now. I do have a couple ideas of where I want to go and do places. One of them's really, really cool. So I hope that happens, that whether it's this year or next year. But yes, we want to eventually branch out, go to other areas, and do shows.
I'll put it this way. You think of upstate New York, you think of two promotions. Obviously, you have your school, your promotions in Buffalo and Rochester.
Oh, sure, yeah, yep.
But I'm talking about Central New York. Your Albany, your Troy, Utica, Oneida, that area.
Exactly.
There's two promotions that come to mind.
Right.
And you know exactly which two promotions I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Because we both been. Well, I haven't been to the second one. I'm going on the 17th.
Dynasty and Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
I think by the end of this year, UWE will get put on that list.
Oh, I agree. Yep. That is the goal, to be right up there with everybody else. And I've worked with Mike, obviously, been being the trainer and stuff like that. Oh, hey, let's do student showcase matches or whatever. Let's see if I can get, we can get more exposure, get a bigger audience, get more students in the school to train or whatever. And we had that opportunity.
Exactly.
And especially like when we did our very first student showcase match in April of last year, I had no idea how it was going to go. Kids were nervous. It was probably, I think everybody because that was in Rome, and that was a pretty big crowd in Rome. Like, everybody was nervous because it's probably like the biggest crowd my students have ever wrestled in front of. I was like, focus on your match. Don't worry about who's watching. Whatever the case, just focus on you guys. Do your match. I had people come up to my merch table. You guys killed it. For being students, they're like, they killed it. I did not have one negative comment that first 6-man tag that they did. I had nothing but positive comments. And I'm like, okay, we're doing something right.
I would say, wasn't it the tag match?
It was a 6-man tag match. Our very first match between 6 of my students. It was dubbed as a UWE student showcase match, and I had people come up to my merch table were like, "You guys did a great job."
And I remember that show, because wasn't that also that was where obviously everybody from UWE made their debuts. Because I remember that's where Brother Jonas debuted.
Yep.
The Stompers made their debut.
Oh yeah. So that's basically where everybody from the school made their debut. It's in Rome, and now look, we fast forward almost a year. Now look where we are.
Well, I was just going to say, we're almost come up on the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, be in April. Yep, couple more months. Yep.
I would say, has it hit you yet?
What's that?
Has it hit you yet?
Yeah, I know. I was like, it's just starting to hit me. I was like, damn, it's been 1 year since my kids were, we're doing, like, showing a bigger audience what they've learned at the school.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think, it's just up from here. Bigger things are coming. Oh, sorry. Tag team match. My bad. Thank you for correcting me. It's been like 10 months. I forgot. I think it was the second one might have been a 6-man tag.
Yeah, because I remember the first one was
a tag. My apologies. Thank you, Anthony.
Oh God, I remember their manager. I forgot their manager's name.
Oh, Uncle Lenny.
Yes.
The Stompers with Uncle Lenny.
Yep. I remember that first match, but I was talking to Brother George about this because I know he just announced that the show date will be his last show.
Yeah. And we've had that conversation. He's like, I lived out my dream. Like I did what I wanted to do, whatever stuff like that, which I get. I get it.
And the one thing I was gonna say, I said it to him. I space and store. Obviously, a lot of people from the morning can say this, but I've seen. I was there for the start of him, the Stompers. What's his face? UWE.
Yep.
So for me to sit there and see them starting off at the Rome show where they are now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fact that Brother Brodus just went on the Jericho cruise.
Yeah, it's not his first time on the Jericho cruise either, but yeah, the fact that he did everything he did on the Jericho cruise was awesome.
And I said this to him hundreds of times. He is the R-Truth of Immortal Championship Wrestling.
Right.
And I'm not saying
he pulls it off really good, yeah.
He pulls off the character perfectly.
Yep. Oh, sure. I mean, everybody's seen the videos, like the stuff he did at the school or whatever, or, and stuff like that. It's just great mind.
I mean, I saw the thing he did up in Syracuse University with.
Oh yeah, yep. He did that in Syracuse University. Yep, absolutely.
That was he has a creative mind for this industry.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, I would, agree 100%.
So it's just. When he had made the announcement, I was kind of stunned.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of like surprised or whatever. I was like, wow, okay. But your body tells you, okay, it's time to hang it up. You get older, you get injuries, you get this, that, whatever,
I mean, yeah, you just said it before. You get older. He's not a spring chicken.
Right.
No offense, Brother Jones, if you're watching this.
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely, no offense, yeah.
But you're not a young man anymore.
Mm-hmm. Like you take the Stomper brothers, they're very young.
Oh yeah.
They're in their 20s. They got a whole career of this ahead of them.
And what's funny is I could see them
if they play their cards right and put in the work and do the training and like the promos and work on this and work on that. They could have easily 10 to 20 years of doing this.
And not only that, I could see them having gold.
Oh yeah.
Very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see them come out, they can be heels, they can be baby faces.
Yeah, they can work both. Yeah.
And that's very rare when you get pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you either get the guys who either they're good at being the bad guy or they're good at being the good guy.
Exactly. Yep.
There's no in between.
Right.
And it's incredible with what and that's a testament to you.
Mm-hmm.
For giving these, I would say kids, for giving them the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. They've told me that a bunch of times. They're like, oh, like I thank them all the time for coming to class and to help me live out somewhat of my dreams since I have a very high metabolism, so I can't be a wrestler. Will I ever get in the ring? There could be a possibility. You never know. Never say never in this business.
Oh, I can see you. I can see you.
I'll get knocked around a few times for the hell. I don't care.
I was just like, weren't you part of one of the angles at Westmoreland?
Yeah, actually, I was. Yeah, yep, I was.
I remember that.
Yep, I got in the ring and I Red punched me in the gut.
But yeah, I remember.
Yep, I got to be a part of it.
But Craig,
which was fun. I ain't gonna lie, it was cool. to actually get in there and be like a part of it. Coffin tried to break me what we said, but it didn't work. He almost broke me, but it didn't work.
Coffin is somebody when I saw him at the tape-in, you don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, exactly. He's another one. Yep.
And one last thing I want to get to from the tape-ins, then we'll wrap this up.
Okay.
The Kiss seat around the world. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I know I had to keep a straight face.
I was not expecting that.
But I remember seeing it live.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on?
I was just sitting there, I'm like, and mind you, I can tell the camera, I don't know if the camera was towards me at all at that part, but I was just sitting, no, it wasn't. Because I remember the camera, the guy who was the cameraman was actually in front of me.
Right.
But I'm just sitting there, and my head is like this going, they actually just pulled this off.
Mm-hmm. He sure did. Yep.
And I was trying so hard not to start laughing.
Right.
But I'm like, nope, I gotta stay professional here.
Mm-hmm.
But I call it the Kiss seat around the world.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
But Craig, I'm glad you were able to be the first guest on UWE Rewind.
Oh, sure. Glad to be the first guest.
And we'll have you definitely on again. I definitely want to get on some of the talent in the weeks to come.
Yeah, definitely want to get on Around the Ropes too.
Oh,
that still hasn't happened yet.
Oh, it will happen.
Yeah.
Craig, how about this? I'll talk to the guy who runs the Around the Ropes podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll see what I can do.
I thought that was you. Okay.
Craig, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is you. Yeah, make sure you put in a good word for me.
Oh, of course. Of course. But guys, this has been, I know we had a little bit of technical issues with the sound, and we'll work that out.
Probably on my end, I apologize, but it got fixed.
We'll figure it out. But guys, in the weeks to come, we will have an intro video for this. We do have a social media presence for UWE Rewind.
Follow it on Facebook. It's on Facebook. Yep. UWE Rewind. Follow it on Facebook.
Yep, follow it on Facebook. Hit the subscribe button on the new ATR Network YouTube page. You're not going to miss anything we have coming up. Because, guys, 2024 is going to be a huge year, not just for UWE, but for the new ATR Network as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah, yep.
So, Craig, before I forget, really just slipped my mind, where can the fans follow UWE on social media?
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, at Upstate Wrestling or Upstate Wrestling Entertainment. All the information you need is right on our business page, right on Facebook. All the links are there. Your YouTube, your Instagram, everything is right there. You can follow us on all 3 platforms.
You heard it from the guy himself. Guys, go subscribe to UWE on YouTube. Go watch the episode. It's a great episode.
Yes, I've had nothing, not to toot my own horn, but we had nothing but positive feedback for the first episode. Everybody has thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't, thank you to everybody that came up and participated and helped put the show together. Without you guys, I don't know where I'd be. So it wasn't just me, like I said before. It was a team effort from everybody. We all put this together.
And believe me,
and it came out great. Yeah, February is going to be bigger and better. We'll just say that.
Exactly. But for Craig, I'm John. This has been an episode of UWE Rewind. Tune in every Tuesday to the Inaugural podcast. And stay locked in for all of our social medias for all future episodes of UWE Rewind and the Inaugural podcast. We'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.